We're going to do a quick video here on changing out the grommet on a dipstick filler tube. See how loose this thing? This is on an 1983 square body TH350 turbo transmission, okay? See how loose this one is right here? I don't think it's supposed to do that. Sliding in and out, you know. And this is on a rebuilt transmission, you know, Craigslist style. Lost the receipts, right? Okay. So this goes down in here, you know, and it hangs out down in there, and you see it flopping around all over the place. And then you put the transmission fluid in right there, and then this thing just kind of flops around. Well, look, it fell out already. After time over time, that thing gets all loose and everything. So we're changing that out. And here's the new one. Let's get this. Here's the new one. See, fits a little better. Doesn't move around or anything like that. And this goes down into the top of the transmission on the passenger side. I'll show you here in a second. See way down in there? Right on there. Okay, so here's the old one. Here's the new one. Over time, this one's kind of wallered out, and it just doesn't fit anymore, right? This one is part number 65113 on a Dorman. Okay, we're going to put that in there. First, before I do that, before I put it in there, I'm going to add a little bit of grease in there. Put a little bit of grease in there right there. Make it extra gasket, you know. Want to do that? Well, you don't have to do that, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Well, I'm doing it. So it slides right in there, and then I got a nice gasket right there. Fill in the gaps. A little bit right there. And we're going to put a little bit on the outside. Right there. So I'm putting this thing on first before I put the grommet into the transmission. I'm going to put it on the dipstick filler tube. And then I'm going to put all it in at one time so that it doesn't, the dipstick filler tube, if I put the grommet on the top of the transmission and try to stick the filler tube in there, I might push it into the transmission. We don't want to do that. So we're just going to put it on here like that. So that's ready to go. So I'm going to drop it down in there and put that back together. Hold on. Alright, so we're under the motor now. It's going to go right in there like that. So I got it set. Down here, we're just going to take this. We're going to, with one hand, wiggle it around and push that grommet right back down in there. Well, it don't want to go in there. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Okay, so after fighting it for about 20-30 seconds, I got it back in place. So there it is right there. Okay, so that's in place. Now we got to go back up to the top and fix that tube so it doesn't flip-flop around so much and stretch out this grommet. We need to figure that out. Okay, so now that I got the new grommet in there, see this tube, it just flops around. It just sits there and flops around. Well, it stretched out that grommet and it was leaking all over the place. So we're going to go ahead and zip tie that right onto the wiring harness, because that's good. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Hold on. So I got us a couple of zip ties here, and we're just gonna zip tie right on here. It's kind of like this. And a couple of those guys. See? That's a little better. Still flops around a little tiny bit, but better than it was. Alright. Get another one down in there. Something kind of like that. Take it, cut off the ends. Make sure when you cut them off, you got real nice sharp edges there to catch on your arms when you're sticking them in there to do other stuff, you know. And I cut them real good, real nice. I'll just turn those backwards. All right, there it is. Got your new transmission tube grommet back in place. Hopefully it won't leak anymore.